How should you focus on bending your knees on your forehand? Well, in today's video lesson, I'm going to clear up a specific way that you can not only step into your forehand, but keep your knees bent the right amount, stay solid, and rip amazing forehands. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution, former top 100 ATP player, and as a USTA high performance coach, I'm committed to giving you the substance, the real tangible tips to give you real results. And we're going to get into this today about how you should really bend your knees on your forehand. And I realize you might be watching this video going, wait a minute, you made a video before about how you shouldn't bend your knees on your forehand. Well, I'm going to clarify that today. If you haven't seen that video about avoiding bending your knees, you might want to check that out. In that video, I talked about how Roger Federer, Andre Agassi, Novak Djokovic, when they're warming up to play, they are not bending their knees an excessive amount. They're bending their knees a normal amount. I don't know if you can hear that ambulance, but in the last video, there was also an ambulance coming in because I was saying, oh my gosh, we need to fix all of these people that are, see, there's the ambulance on cue. Bending and lifting. I see coaches teaching this and players doing this. The ball comes, they excessively bend their knees, they excessively lift, they straighten their legs. And yes, there's an element of that. I teach that in my training system, that the knees are bent a normal amount and then the front leg can even straighten up. But it has to be done at the right time and it can't be done excessively. You see how the body is just lifting up? You want to stay in an athletic position where, again, this is a normal knee bend. We're not talking about squatting. This is what I was talking about in the other video. No squatting, no excessive lifting, right? If you're going to be low, stay low. If you're going to be a little more upright, stay upright so that your head stays at the same level the whole time. Notice my eyes and my head in this position. I'm here and my head stays pretty much at the same level. If I'm down in this position, see how my head stays at that level. So today we're going to talk about that knee bend and what type of ball that you should do it on. And again, I think we could create a whole series about bending the knees, using the ground for power, keeping a stable base. Today I want to talk about the ball that's in your strike zone. Okay, this is not a high ball. This is not a low ball. This is in the strike zone. I want to be very clear about that. And when you're warming up and the ball is in the strike zone, you can hit a lot of forehands like this. Warming up, you can see how the back leg just stays back and relaxes, almost like a golfer hitting a golf swing, just finishing on balance like this. You can hit a lot of forehands in this position. You can hit backhands in this position. You see, I'm pretty upright. As soon as you start playing points, it's hard to just, walk around and just hit like that, right? You do have to bend a little bit more, but you're in this athletic positions. Notice my athletic position here. I'm not dipping down and lifting up. That's the thing that I want you guys to avoid, that excessive knee bend. Okay, so when the ball comes in the middle of the court and it's in your strike zone, I typically like the player to step in. And so all of you out there that are obsessed with the modern forehand, with open stance and coaches teaching open stance, this is getting players into hot water because when the ball's in the strike zone and you get to move up to the ball, you want to catch that ball in the front foot. You'll see Nadal doing this. Mr. Buggy Whip open stance, you'll see him step into forehands on the right ball. Not a lot, but you'll see it. For players out there that are not playing at that level, that are not playing on clay, maybe playing on faster courts, get on your front foot more when the ball is in your strike zone. And when you're playing tennis, okay, as soon as the ball comes up high, then you can open up the stance and you can jump off the ground. And I can talk about that in another video. So, you come up to the ball, it's in your strike zone, your knees are bent and you're in an athletic bent stance. Again, you're not squatting, you're not dropping way down, and by golly, you're not, I did say by golly, you're not going to lift up as you hit the ball. You are going to stay down on this particular shot. So you come up and you hit the ball, you swing and you bring this leg around like this. Okay, and this is a great practice. When you're playing, you can come up, step in, square up. Notice my square up here. You can come up on your backhand and square up, right? This is a great way to improve fast with your footwork. Squaring up, notice my knee bend, and I'm keeping the knee bend the entire time, and I'm staying in a wide base. I'm here, boom. Now, this is where, when you're focusing on staying grounded like this, this is when the ball is in the middle and you're maybe even moving slightly. If you're a lefty, in my case, you're moving slightly to the left, or if you're a righty, you're moving slightly to the right. As soon as you start moving towards your backhand, you're not going to come this way and then square up. That's a whole nother video. You can check out my videos on the inside out and inside in forehand for that. But so you move in this direction and then you square up at the end of the video. At the end of the shot. We're not at the end of the video yet. So again, a disclaimer here. When you're warming up, you can bend the knees a natural amount, stay a little more upright. When you start playing points, you can start getting in a lower base, in a wider base. Okay, and you can start hitting forehands. I've got a player that really struggles with this middle forehand. And what happens is she gets here, and right when she gets here, whoop, she lifts. So she's probably, honestly, she's probably actually too low here and then overcompensates by lifting before making contact. And this has been going on for years and hasn't been corrected. We correct it and then it goes back. We correct it and then it goes back. So what you want to do is you want to be in this base and you want to keep your head level at the same level, and you want to finish in that position. Okay, so if I were to drop this ball, come up to it, you see how I swing, I keep my knee bent, and I bring this leg around. Now, I like finishing in a wide base. Whenever I teach players this, a lot of times when they swing and they finish and their foot comes forward like this, and they're not in a solid base. It's narrow and this is forward. So what I do is I try to get them to replace this movement with the wide base movement. So they go from here to here, okay? Here to here. They get in that wide base. So important to have that. Does that clear it up for you? That when the ball is in this position, it's in your strike zone, you can stay down, you can bend your knees. The key is not to excessively bend and excessively lift up. That's the problem that I see out there. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on squaring up on your forehand, bending your knees the right amount, staying grounded through the shot, keeping your head still. It's really fun to practice this way and play your matches this way. If you start moving back, you're not going to do that. If you're moving off to the side, you're probably going to go off your outside leg. This is a specific shot. Okay, this is not do this on every ball. So don't leave comments, hey, what about open stance here and there? Yes, it's a situational game. This is a situational shot, but you are going to get balls in the middle, and you are going to want to understand how to do this and practice it. Again, I enjoyed doing this video for you today. The next step on your tennis improvement journey is to click the link in the description below. Why? Because I'm giving you a free gift. 3 forehand myths that almost all players are making. Either 1, 2, or all 3 of these myths. I don't want you to make these myths or mistakes, and I also want you to get the solution. So if you click the link in the description or somewhere in this video, you can get to the next page to get signed up for that. It's absolutely free, and I'm going to be releasing that content to you, which is going to be absolutely amazing for your forehand. Thanks so much for your time today. Make sure you're subscribed to this Tennis Evolution channel. Turn on your notifications. Let me know what you thought of this video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Again, click the link in the description below or somewhere in this video. Thanks for your time today. Again, see you at the next video. Ciao for now.